We're gonna check range of motion actually on the launch pad today. How we're gonna do so is twofold so we can get some good data. We're gonna measure distance from the elbow to the floor with a good old tape measure, and then we have a velocity device on there as well. We tested some velocity stuff yesterday. Today the goal of the velocity device is to also read a range of motion in millimeters. So we're gonna have that device, we're gonna convert that on a phone, and we're gonna have a good old tape measure as well. Give us two good pieces of data to show the increased range of motion that you're going to go through with the launch pad on a straight bar. We're then going to go a step further and throw the Duffalo Bar in there and see if we get even more range of motion through the bench press. Let's do it. I'm just trying to do my best to be really consistent setup. You can go ahead and get in place with the tape measure.
With the tape measure. All right, give me a second. Okay.
And I'll get one more rep. Tape measure.
Okay. Good.
World's longest pause after yesterday.
That's it, sore.
So 318 millimeters.
Let me get that shot real quick.
And 328.
Do the conversions. Okay, so
Nice.
we're gonna do the conversion. So it was 328. You said? So it's 12.9.
Sweet. What was measurement on my elbow to the floor?
I believe it's right around 17, 16, 17.
Cool. All right, you're up. Same thing, just try to be as consistent as possible. Hand placement, all that good shit. Consistent setup.
I usually put my pinkies right around where the outer ring is right there.
Cool.
So it's pretty easy.
Got focused in. Okay, good.
Yes, one more rep.
Good.
15 and a half. And you're 331 and 315. Let's take the bigger one for both of us. So 331.
Alright, so I'm gonna do the conversion real quick, Marlon.
Give me a second. Boom.
331. It's just 13.03 inches.
Hold on, let me get one more shot. Cool.
That's how I always do it. Throw the strap on and keep it together.
Some competition benches like this, you're gonna get a bench. I guess you could go all the way underneath.
That's why I actually made it 5 feet. The actual strap. Some of them got the long, deep undercarriage.
All right. Let's see what we get.
It's just an hand placement.
Cool. Are you measuring?
He's right.
Turn up. Well, you gotta turn the tape measure towards me.
My bad. It's right about 18.
Yeah, now we're at 18. Good.
Just slightly over, maybe 18 and a fourth.
Yeah, it's a little over 18.
It's about the same.
Yep. I'm gonna shoot from this side.
364. 399. We'll take the bigger ones.
399.
399.
Okay. Let me get this shot.
399.
Give me a second. We'll change the ISO for the screen. Cool. Got it.
15.71 round.
So
It's almost 16 inches.
and I was, what was that before? 331, I think was my other number.
331, I think it was 13-ish. Yeah, 13.
Versus
15.7, so it was 2.5 inches.
2.5 inches.
it's fucking crazy, man.
That's in depth.
Like it still blows my mind a little because the bar, my arm is only so long, and the bar goes from point A to point B.
Right.
Duffalo, I have to go deeper to get range of motion because it's curved.
Right.
Like I understand what the shoulder's doing, but it's mind blowing that there's that much difference.
Think about that from a performance aspect too. You're working at that deeper range, so if you're a powerlifter, you already got that extra strength built from the hole. It's so much easier to explode up with heavier weight.
Well, let's throw Duffalo out.
So
Let's get you in here.
All right, it's on you now.
yeah, that's nuts. I tried the measurement prior, with my pops. We were just because we were curious.
Yeah.
We were doing just the elbow placement, but we weren't as exact. And I was saying it was about 2 to 3 inches. It's been consistent. It's crazy.
I'm ready. Give me a second. Okay. Nice.
$377.
377?
Yeah, we'll do our best one. 377.
14.8.
All right, let me just show you that.
The only thing that's going to be off, thinking about it, because before you were like 16, that was 18 on your elbow. But you need to subtract what this is off that
3
number,
inches.
right? Or put the other launch pad down on the floor because you're on a launch pad and you're on a launch pad. Cool. So now we have Duffalo Bar on here, but just to highlight one thing we didn't take into account because it's measured differently, right? The velocity device is going to measure full range of motion from start of a position to stop of a position, or from here, I should say, start to stop of a position. When we looked at the range of motion through the elbow, it showed different data. And we were like, well, we know it's deeper because this says so. We forgot to take into the account, and you'll feel it when you unrack, this is actually sticking us up. Again, we measured it 3 inches taller. So we've got to subtract that off any elbow measurements we do. And again, we'll verify then, larger range of motion, larger range of motion. All that geeky, sciencey stuff aside, put this in combination of this, you're going to get extra deep range of motion. So let's check it out. Check it out and see how it feels.
Okay. I'm ready for you. You're gonna measure his elbow again, right? I'm ready.
Come down.
Give me a second.
About 17, just above 17. So maybe 17 and a quarter.
Okay. Let me get one more. One more measure.
About the same.
Yeah, about the same.
That is the
That's
deepest stretch I've ever felt on my chest.
I feel amazing. You really can't.
All right, let me get it.
And again, velocity won't lie for us. All the way up to a 433.
Jesus.
433, again, we're going off biggest numbers, comparing biggest to biggest.
17.04.
1704.
I think you're.
And my smallest
15.
was 13
Yeah.
with just a straight bar.
Yeah.
4-inch increased range of motion.
That's an additional 2 on. You're at the 15.4.
So again, we talked yesterday, we got block deadlifts, deficit deadlifts. A lot of people don't squat ass to grass on purpose because they don't always have the mobility to do so safely on the spine. Deadlifts is a good one though. A lot of people go to extreme on deadlifts. We don't have a way to get extra super deep. Maybe dumbbells, Cadillac bar, Duffalo bar for sure. Combine that, launch pad, big range of motion.
Yeah. Huge difference.
See if you
You're
can touch
talking almost 5 inches.
See if you can touch your chest here.
Shaheen.
It's down there.
Good.
Oh yeah, you feeling that stretch?
Good.
17 and a half.
In a good
range of
way,
motion.
though. 17 and a half.
Get this shit up.
So there's your best example consistency. 391, 391. Those are, I mean, millimeter exact.
That was a 391?
Yep.
So, there you go, Marlon.
Hold on, I had to change the frequency on this so I could get it.
It's a 391.
Give me a second.
Joke weight.
Need a baby, huh?
Joke weight.
15.39.
Nice.
Yep. Crazy. That's nuts, man.
I mean, the proof is in the numbers.
Yeah.
You know, everybody that we've had on here, same thing they say right out of the gate. You can't not feel the difference. And if you don't expect that much of a difference, then you're like, what? It's just big.
And then you feel the extra freedom of motion in your shoulders. That freaks a lot of people out too, because guess what? You're having to use your whole kinetic chain for the first time ever on the bus.
100%.
So for you, again, that's just one of the challenges marketing, you know, between me and you and selling is, you know, you can't just send one of these out to every gym for everybody to try and then hope they pay you for it afterwards. But like, you know, as you grow and as they're in more gyms, it's like our barbells. People feel them and then pretty soon they know for it and they're like, holy shit. But it's a challenge. Somebody's like, why do I need this? They're like, because it'll do X, Y, Z. And they're like, okay. But then when they feel it, they're like, oh, it did that.
It's definitely been a challenge.
Back off work and secondary days would be the number 1, 2, and 3. And that would be only if people really want a fair amount of specificity, like, hey, I'm 3 months out, 2 months out, 1 month out, or I just want to train on the straight bar with no adaptions because I need to get better at it skill-wise. Cool, warm up with this then. Like we did yesterday. Pull it off, hit your regular reps, you'll probably feel a difference. Go ahead and do all your skill work and your strength work, and then hit a couple sets close grip with this, something else. It's just another variation that you can add for a secondary, tertiary exercise. The other place I would strongly suggest it from a programming aspect would be on your secondary day. So those people that want their dedicated skill and strength work on the straight bar, cool. Well, then don't beat your body up the same way all the fucking time. On your secondary day or a third day, some people bench 3 times a week, that's a great way to add this in. Hit it a little bit lighter, take a deeper range of motion. Want to get super fancy, as we saw here, add this with your Duffalo and train a very increased range of motion. So I think those are 3 easy ways that we can put out there for people to add this into programming and why you might want to.
Right. That's been a big point. You know, you don't have to dedicate your whole training program to it. It's
Yeah.
you incorporate it with your normal training program.
Because I wouldn't tell
Don't toss
somebody.
your program out the window. Just add it in as another tool you have in your toolbox.
Yep. I wouldn't tell somebody to add it 100% themselves. Just like I wouldn't tell somebody, you know, to only do competition bench.
Right.
I'm going to program feet up. I'm going to program spotos. I'm going to program pauses.
Absolutely.
You know, I really like, and it's not for everybody, but I really like to alter range of motion on both sides. Spoto press and a Duffalo press, for example. Let's go a deeper range of motion and a reduced range of motion. And then for comp specificity, let's get plenty of comp pauses here to train the skill of competition. Be no different again than a deficit deadlift, a deadlift off the floor, and deadlift off of blocks. Same concept.
You want to improve your explosion out of the hole, you have to work that deeper range.